Yep. I guess. For the key. No plans.
Poor abandoned things, still faithfully following Master Entrati's last command.
Yeah, go make something.
Show mercy, Temple, and them.
So go make something then. Go make something then. Let's see what you got.
The void tongue. He feared it was meaningless, and feared more that it was not.
Don't you want to go to one of those as well, though? Take Osvaldo. What? Hmm?
That book was like a diary to Master Entrati. His grimoire. No doubt it holds the secrets of the vessels and of the Kalimo sequence. Take it, Tenno. Is very active. It is reading you. I confess it galls me slightly to see a compendium of knowledge used as a weapon. But needs must. We need be in no doubt of your skill at any rate. These labs. Better off sealed. We can only hope the seal has been untouched by this vast horror. This great indifference. I ask too much of you, Tenno. These horrors must be stopped! These fragments were to unite. Destroy them swiftly, Temple. Master Entrati jealously protected his most adored possessions, be they objects or people. Come, the sleeper awaits.
The Kalimo sequence has begun? Did he send you? Is he? No. No, of course he didn't. That would be impossible.
This is, well, Lloyd, the original. All emotional centers very much intact. Did you have a good sleep?
Ah, the helpful necroloid my Albrecht had made, so that I might have assistance and company. Perhaps that made it easier for him to leave. Resume your duties, construct.
Resume your duties, construct.
Please, follow me.
This is a Tenno, an orphan of the void, continuing the struggle our master abandoned.
A Tenno. A deserter, presumably. Is it not aware there's a war going on? So, the war too is just a memory now.
Tenno, while Lloyd completes his inspections, you'd better meet the Carvier, a reminder of darker times. Though Master Entrati always hoped the awaited operator would be able to understand them. An incomplete experiment, one might say.
Albrecht left a great deal incomplete. The vessels are unfinished, like a book one might one day return to. Operable, barely. The sequence dictates I am to wait for their operator. Clearly that cannot be you.
Oh, it can be. Tenno, Master Entrati's grimoire suggests you are the key. That colorless antique there? Use it.
This isn't right. The transference stream. It's being diverted.
Please note, payment processing systems are powered. All ticketing stations are cash only.
Arthur, find a terminal. Check in. I need to know you made it.
Owie. Feels like there's someone in my head.
Nearly done with this bitch of a year. I wish we could just start over. Find that Dr. and Trotty bastard on day one. Then I wouldn't be alone on New Year's Eve. They found me. Keep going, Arthur. Find Dr. and Trotty. Follow him into hell if you have to.
Coming up to midnight, folks. Is your PC ready for the new millennium? Or are you one of the switched off thinkers who can tell this so-called Y2K event is just a bunch of bullbucky? Stay tuned. Here's where we find out.
So, Albrecht made it to 1999 in one piece. But that thing is still on his heels. Albrecht rarely smiled after his return from the void. And never like that. I smashed the casket for nothing! It followed him anyway! Silence, creatures! It seems the murmur overloaded your connection. Unfortunately for Albrecht's cherished POM 2, not as future-proof as the label claimed. Alas. The murmur. They're attacking the sensory network I installed. Our eyes and ears. To arms, Tenno! Play the warrior, and leave the tactics to me. Construct, I'm awake. Your one responsibility is fulfilled. Be with the family. They must be kept in the state of ignorance to which my Albrecht so wisely consigned them.
But I... Yes, I see. Until we meet again, Tenno.
crawl away in shame too if I'd done what Lloyd did. Doesn't that grimoire feel a little light?
The murmur presumes to destroy our auditory and visual senses. In all the time I have been asleep, they have never once been so bold. Ignore the caveat, Tenor. If Albrecht ever understood their babble, he never bothered to share that knowledge with me. Here they come! After all those years of creeping, silent encroachment, something has changed them, stirred them up. The necromags never could be compelled to attack the man. Albrecht suspected they could no longer distinguish between the indifferents and himself. A theory he was reluctant to confirm. There is a defense system of sorts. Gather enough of the floating phosphine glyphs, and they should reinvigorate the organs you're here to protect. A fallback system, in case the promised operator never showed. Focus. Get to the victory! Look at them. The indifference. He could have given lessons in indifference. Albrecht once thought the Cavia should have been destroyed. Failures all. But he briefly showed reluctance. And I saw no reason to punish them for his negligence. I saw off Brannan's thoughts. I beat back the infested. And by the void I shall see the end of these monstrosities. yourself down, Tenant. We are still alive. Rejoin me, and the Kalimo sequence may proceed.
You're on the right side?
You're right, Fish. Lloyd could never figure things out. We have nothing to worry about.
If the Kavia have been babbling our secrets to the Murmur, I shall immolate the lot of them. Promise or no promise? It seems Albrecht said more than we heard. Despite the signal becoming corrupted, his words to you are preserved in the transference buffer. We should extract them.
Huh?
But for that, the POM
Is
2
it?
requires a replacement board.
Okay.
And those are all hidden away in the Netracels. You
I'm
do
recording a video
understand
for my
that
YouTube
accessing
channel.
a Netracel without a key glyph is
No, actually,
completely impossible?
I'm doing a story mission. I don't usually do these.
A key glyph? So, the Kavia have provided the very item we require. Very well. Proceed to the Netracel at your own risk, Tenno. That babbling oddity may be sending you into a trap, and if you do end up in one, I'm afraid you're on your own. Glyphs are a heavy burden for living beings to bear. Each type will impede you in its own way. Key glyphs are a heavy burden for living beings to bear. Each type will impede you in its own way.
Look at these things lying around, abandoned, like you.
You are his demon, not mine. I won't listen. My apologies, Tenno. I shall refrain from further outbursts. There, a Netrocell. Albrecht stored all manner of sentimental old junk.
Coffee? What about
So
coffee?
the key.
Okay.
The Netrocell's
And?
security apparatus is diligent. That door won't open while it can sense the murmur nearby. So eliminate them. Necromites! The lab's automated systems are trying to lock down the Netrocell. Their only option is to destroy them. Sardonic illusions. I was a fool not to see the resemblance before.
You should have left well enough alone, kiddo. It'll never get better if you keep on picking at it.
Excellent. Return to me with the vault, Tenor.
Love you, Joe. I said love you, Joe.
Thank you. A moment, please. Would you do the honors?
Arthur? Tenno. Forgive me. I need Lloyd to understand why I had to leave without him. Why I forced him to destroy the device after I had gone. And why I could never say the words he so needed to hear. If I had remained in the Deimos laboratory, Lloyd would never have been safe from him. You know of what I speak. And so I retreated to the only place in history where that entity could not easily follow, to draw his greedy eye away from Lloyd. Tenno, I require your trust. Craft the little curio whose blueprints you will find in the computer's memory. Complete the Kalimos sequence. Repair. Rebuild. When the time is right, find me.
The skin of a martyr doesn't suit you, Albrecht. If something mattered, she'd have found a way. It's too late. You heard him, Tenno. He requires your trust. So craft the bloody thing.
Tick-tock, kiddo. You don't want to be late again, do you?
The Jahu gargoyle. Bring it back here and we shall examine what form will do to help us.
Hmm? Hmm? The what? A vanilla collection. Oh. Who did you
Albrecht
get?
may have told you to build that thing, but given how he used people and threw them away, he may not have cared for your safety. If that
Oh
gargoyle
no.
is a threat, you
The
must take
promo is
it from the
good.
sanctum immediately.
They didn't like that he.
Now, activate it.
Promo was on there. He's the government.
At last!
You're suffering from the consequences of a mayor.
Ignorance is bliss, then you, Tenno, must be exterminated. Come on then, bring it closer.
Yes, I agree with Ring
Wakey, wakey.
Where did that come from?
One you maybe haven't met yet.
Identify yourself!
Hi, I'm Seldor Myrie, state
Please,
senator,
Lord,
born and raised in Brooklyn, and I'm running for mayor. So many people are
figures
displaced from New York every year, hundreds of thousands, thanks to a
No.
dire housing shortage and rising costs. But Adams and Como are different. They chose to leave our city after making a mess.
very
To
good.
Jersey and to
No,
the West
I don't-
Coast. Now
That's
Como has the
right,
audacity
oh,
to
now
ask
it's
for the
wondering
privilege
if
to
that
leave the
shit-
city he left behind.
Almost
And legally try to
there.
buy that
No,
privilege
I
with the
don't-
money from the very
That's
same
the
people
right
and groups who
direction.
make New York unaffordable.
This
And
is
fights
the
out
right
people who actually do
direction.
want to live
Oh,
here. And someone
who's
who's
a
from
good
Brooklyn
bucket?
and never left.
Oh,
Someone
now
who's
it's
not in
wandering
this for
off again.
power or prestige, but for you. I'm asking for your votes. Our goal is a plan to deliver 1 million homes, which will drive down costs for everyone. Homeowners have
Oh,
a
and
lot
now
of
it's
new
wandering
housing
off
and
again.
tenant protection to help landlords drive up rents. Great choice voting. You get to vote for several candidates at once. You all vote for the slate, all of our votes are combined.
There.
And add up to more than this Crypt Creeper.
No.
If I'm your first choice for mayor,
This
rank me
way.
number 1. And if your first choice is
the
Norm
right
Mamdani,
direction.
Fred Landor, or
Who's
Adrian
a
Adams, rank
clever
Seldor and the
little
others too.
air breather?
Leading Cuomo in delivering
No, I don't-
dignity and affordability for New
You'd be
Yorkers
here
to
all
Tino.
day, aren't we?
And we've got a great team. Rick,
That's the right
No
direction.
Cuomo. This video is
Who's
being
a
scored by the New York State
clever
Committee on the
little
Work
air
Families
breather?
Party and authorized
You
by
are.
Agent for the
No.
People. Landers
This
2025.
way.
Seldor for NYC and Zorro for NYC. 4 years ago, New York elected a mayor who didn't even live in New York or still
Almost
suffering from the consequences.
When he did that, I was like,
Yes, very good. Keep going. That's the right direction. Oh, who's a good biped? Yes, yes, very good. Keep. No, I'm not. That's the right direction. Who's a. Oh, and now it's wandering off again. That's it. Almost there. No, I'm not. That's the right direction. Oh, and now it's wandering off. That's the right direction. Oh, no. This way. That's it. Almost there. Oh, and now it's wandering off again. That's the right direction. No, I'm not. We're going to be here all day, aren't we? Yes, yes. No. This way. No, I'm not. We're going to be here all day, aren't we? That's the right direction. Who's a no? This way. Yes, yes, very good. Keep going. Here, in the jar. What? The fish with the big brain? Yes, the fish with the big brain. Can we please finally get this interminable process over with?
Albrecht used you to give the Cavia a voice, just as he used me to keep them alive. Such a resourceful man.
do you know what these are? Do you know what these are?
No.
These like little sticks. And they sell them at, they sell them a lot of those stores.
So,
Whatever being the
here
best.
we are then.
You animals have observed us all this time, have you not?
Wait, what?
You've given yourself a
The stick?
role in the
Is it
sequence.
a testicle?
Indeed we have.
The whole stick?
Oh, come,
I'll just
Lloyd.
keep the testicle.
It's named after Papa's favorite pet. Spare the rod and spoil.
I thought it was like a plastic colorful.
We know the
Are these-
fragmented ones are heralds of the indifference. We
Dick,
know the chosen operator must summon and destroy them. And regrettably, you, Lloyd, have made this impossible.
Choose your words carefully, fish.
Tenno, the grimoire is incomplete. The final page hidden away by Lloyd.
I didn't know that that's what it was.
Be a darling and retrieve it. That's all. Run along.
You put
So
salt in
weird.
here?
The gift of decency was clearly not bestowed upon the Carvia, Tenno.
Oh.
Too salty?
I can
Oh.
talk. Hey, hey! Oh, Mr. Lloyd, Mr. Lloyd. Where is Papa? Why did Papa leave us? Mr. Lloyd!
Papa is gone. We can all be gone too. In an instant. Like, we have to keep quiet.
Okay.
Allow me to boil this down for you. Should the indifference's corrupting touch reach us and take back our speech, we would be screwed. So, realign and eradicate the murmur in this patch before the big bad gets word that Lloyd's awake and the fish is talking.
Tenno, there is some truth to what the fish says. That page was the last thing my Albrecht ever wrote. Meant for me. Since I had no interest in reading his endless self-justifications, I hid it away instead. But with all this chaos, it's undetectable.
Get a bite of the bagel.
So long as the indifference is missing a digit, it is confined to the strands of Kra. Don't ask me, your tiny mind would likely pop under the strain of understanding. This limitation is our one hope.
Do not patronize the Tenno fish. The strands of Kra are merely void renderings of the chains of cause and effect. Conceptually embodied timelines, if you will.
Baba's daughter excelled at explaining complicated concepts in childish terms. I see now where she learned it. sure this is you, the rest of us are moments away from an extinction grim, black, and final. So, if you would be so kind, finish up so I can point you toward that sodding page.
I would have rather had this bill passed the other day. If they are donated. So again, this bill is about honoring our historical
Commitment and thou shalt not bear false witness. You bear me legislator to abide by.
You know, there might be one coming up in a minute. Keep talking.
The seventh commandment is thou shalt not commit adultery. Do you think that members of the legislature should focus more on trying to follow the commandments rather than telling others to follow them?
And
part of our deal.
You need to watch this. What is the fourth commandment?
the Sabbath.
You are to keep the Sabbath holy, not working on the Sabbath.
Yeah.
What day is the Jewish Sabbath?
It is on Saturday.
And what day is it today?
It is Saturday.
What is the Sabbath for that?
Sunday in honor of the negligence.
We're scheduled to give this bill a final vote on what day of the week.
It's ironic, isn't it?
Would you be willing to postpone your bills so that we're not breaking the Ten Commandments by working on the Jewish or Christian Sabbath?
I love that you said that because
You're saying that you'd rather tell
Give me that shit. Get the shit out of you. Stupid fucking kid.
Ah, it's
Steven.
done.
Give it to me.
To yourself, Tenno. I'm damned if I'm giving Albrecht the last word.
Give it. Give me the rest of that.
Wilhelm raps upon the untimed door, and sans grimoire, we are undone.
No.
We've been rumbled.
I already said. Alright, what do you say? I don't know. Yeah, I know the like Republicans who are Christians, they love saying the Republican Party follows Christian values. But it's like, how many wives did Donald be on?
Tenno, are you there? Oh, thank void. Listen, the Murmur devoted your extraction jump. We need you back at the Sanctum, now! Hurry!
What? I'm playing a computer game. Yeah, we can do something else, we'll do something else. Figure something out. Yeah, we can do something else. They say? Okay. You just put the rest of the pizza in the plate and just go. Yes.
It takes and it takes. It took my future. It's taking the labs inch by inch. Well, I won't let it take his bloody cornea!
The sodding indifference seeks a path through the walls, and they tell through you. Keep it at bay. The strand holds. The indifference approaches. Soon, it will take on mass. Grimoire must speak with its own voice.
Can you guys have pizza for me?
Lloyd, you gave me back my sight, but I would not spare you a glance. You gave me back my voice, but I never spoke to praise you as I should have. For you were my right hand, my strength, my support, my sanctuary. Even when the galleries hurled scorn upon me, your sole desire was to suffer it in my stead. day of service. You aspired to be worthy of me. I only wish that I could have been worthy of you, my lord.
One or two left. There's only two left, right? Oh, there's three. Do you want? Let's see. Make one. You do? More than the Carly? No. The Hawaiian one has better coverage than the Carly. But I like the Carly's crust better. Your Carly's crust is soft. Oh, these are two different guys? What takes the win over? You gotta be a little more specific, I don't know what the Flow Rider? What about dipping? What, you thought you were gonna drown or something? You thought you were gonna drown or something? How? How would you drown?
The stillness. Tenno.
How much time you put a book?
Operator.
The strand of claw has been cut.
Really?
While the indifference remains undeterred. I foresee
An hour?
a
60
grim
minutes?
and continuing struggle to safeguard Papa's laboratory from its fell and
It's
ruinous
a little
grasp.
too much.
Indeed. I shall not waver. Protect the vessels. Repair. Rebuild. So runs the Kalimo sequence. And such is our task.
Wait, what you say?
In the version of the past we saw, my Albrecht said we were too late.
Yeah, go watch them.
The solution, naturally, is to arrive on time next time. You keep the murmur at bay, I shall fulfill my role. Punctuality. The Entrati family never could arrive on time without my help. And so, here I am, back to my old role, the diligent servant. Albrecht would have smiled at that, I think. He said, my last sight of your face must not be marred by tears.
Yet still, the end has re-begun.
One must make the best of things. You've met the animals? The catastrophe Albrecht saddled me with? Well, any ideas? Their roles were intended to be filled by qualified personnel. People! Instead, we have this. It's bad comedy. They're imprinted with whatever information they need to function, and an understanding of our current state of affairs, including Albrecht's absence. They were sent into the Void using a bell of the same design that Albrecht initially used. The Void got in, somehow. Again. One of the animals was lost, and the rest came back like that. We placed them in stasis, pending a proper examination. For them, the disaster, intelligence, and selfhood all occurred only hours ago. They're psychological shrapnel, and they're all we've got. See what you can do with them. I simply do not have the time. I cannot lie, Tenno. I have always felt nervous. Oh, I'll just pop. I'm quite content down here, I assure you. A chap has to have his space. I'll just put this all back. I know what it must have cost you to bring me these. Yes, I'm sure company is always welcome down here.
What do you use these things for anyway? Mr. Tagfer says they solve problems. How do they solve problems? I tried asking them how I could get a bunch of sticks so I could make a nest, like I had when I say? Mr. Tagford is very still and very quiet. Like a dead thing in the hot green thing I think that came from. Jungle. He must be practicing. Mr. Tagford? Wow, he's really good at that. Dead thing. Is Min a dead thing? Can my friends be dead things? Can I be a dead thing? Oh, Papa will bring her back. Papa can do that. Papa won't let us be dead things. Papa, bark, loves us. Yes, bark, yes, bark, bark. Mr. Fishanachi, he'd know. Papa's plan, he said. So, What do you think? Hey, I still got a bunch of that noisy metal wood you like so much.
Come, Tagfur. Let's have you tidy up, take your mind off things. Ah, yes. Operator, correct? Drifter, perhaps? You'll find our merry band share that unconventional relationship with their appellations. I am Fibonacci. Papa's design has uplifted me to function as the coordinating factor of this little group. You, may have heard that one of our number was consigned to paradise before our return from the void. Min, Tagfur's mate. Yes, most unfortunate. Too often it is the good and the young who forge our future, laying their lives upon progress's unfeeling anvil. Now, let us apply ourselves to the grand work at hand and deny our minds melancholy's frigid caress. To work! What do you mean, no? Yes, yes.
Please, remember to hand in any Voca you encounter for analysis.
One minute, I existed only to eat and flee and breed. The next, I was me. But Min, did Min have time to be Min? Before she and I, we were the last. Did you know that? Without her, there's no more us. No more Tagfer and Min. No soft calls. No gentle nuzzling muzzle. No little Tagfers. No little Mins. Ever. Fibonacci says we have to trust that it's all part of Papa's plan. How? Why? And now, I have a purpose. So the fish says. To help you. In the ways in which I have been instructed. But all I want is to be with her. Min. Papa never wanted anyone to know what he was up to. That's why he built the Netracells. Little hideaway vaults. Not even Lloyd knows what he got up to in there. I want to know. I can get you into the anchor hold, where Albrecht stored all his key glyphs. They're on a rotation timer. Only one Netracell can be opened at any given time. And before you can do that, you've got to find the Netracell and neutralize any opposition. Impossible for a guy like me, but maybe not for someone with a working pair of opposable thumbs. What do you say? Oh. Okay. Do you need me? I've kicked dirt, galloped through sand, but that out there, it isn't of nature. It's just nothing. It's not natural. Sometimes it looks like Papa's vessel is sinking in, like, quicksand, but it doesn't move. I hope you can control it. Yeah, okay.
That sound Mr. Tagfer makes. Deep inside. Makes me think of me. Hey, Mrs.
Poor Kaylee thinks this family may yet have a future. Bye for now, you shiny thing. Check your...
Tenno, The Warframe Corvex was designed by my Albrecht's own hand to protect the chosen operator from the hazards of his laboratory. This design is yours, by right. I intend to keep the promise I made to him. When the time is right, and the equipment repaired, I will assist you to travel back to the past, to the pivotal year of 1999. Perhaps, between us, we may change history, Lloyd.
Oh, the Leverian. It was floundering. You understand? Going under. All that work I put into it, and so few visited, let alone donated. Oh, I don't mean you, of course. I know you're a friend to the Leverian. You just wasn't enough. So when Parvos made me an offer, I thought, well, why not? Just let it go. Let it all go. I took the deal, Tenno. I shouldn't have, but I did. Oh, if only Dante was still around. Please, you must come see me.
Operator, Ortis has determined the secrets to happiness. A combination of heightened dopamine levels and a terrible memory. You're welcome!
Chosen operator. A friendly suggestion. You could do so much more with those melee weapons of yours. I donate my wisdom on both tool and technique. Listen well. Tennokai, a fighting technique fusing void and bestial instinct. Raw power. While I have never used Tennokai, I understand it perfectly. Somewhat of a mind master. Enough so that lost materials pertaining to Tennokai have been stored just out of my reach in the sanctum. Tools. Papa was not one to rest. Use this segment to unlock more potential for your arsenal. The arcane was an art and science that Papa studied well. The convexity of my bowl a magnifying glass on his research, and now your gain. Install this segment, acquire melee arcanas, find Tennokai modules, and observe the results. A swift deletion of your foes.
Saddle up.
Hmm. Hmm? Hmm? What? Are you in the bathroom? I can't hear anything you're saying. What the fuck?
Baby?
Wow.
You haven't eaten your pizza.
Wow.
Get up, maybe get up. Eat you up some pizza. You haven't eaten it.
Wow.
So do you want to get a pedicure with me?
No.
Why?
Try to investigate.
No, you just get your toes done. You fix up your little toes. They clip your nails and everything. You get like a little foot
I
massage.
do not wish for my toes to be.
What if I tell you that I already paid for it?
I think you are retarded.
It's not nice.
Ouch. Ouch. If this is true, and you have already paid for it, then I suppose you are in fact quite retarded. This is you. Shut up. Shut up.